Monday. I hope you've had a lovely, lovely weekend. And I am ready to make stuff. I hope you're ready to make stuff. And I am sorry, the camera just started buzzing and I wasn't sure why, but I think we're all good. We're all good. If I switch to camera 2 and nothing shows up, then we'll find out. But I think we're all good. Right. So far with the June kit, I have got one layout that just needs journaling, one layout that's kind of half finished from the very first live stream, and I haven't gone back and done that yet. But let's have a look at what that is. So this is the first one I made, but that was the same video where we put the kit live and we went through all the stuff in the June kit. So I didn't get as much done with this in the live stream time. So I still want to work on this. It needs more stuff. It needs journaling, all of those things. So I had that one, and then I kept my promise and made sure I got in the photos straight away this month because I had disappeared a little bit over the last month or two. So I made sure I set that right and I got one in straight away. I do really like how these colors ended up playing into the stenciled negative strips. Love that a lot. Really like these Vicky Alphas. Yeah, so that's what I did in the last live stream. Now today, can we add a bunch of color to something that starts rather neutral? So today I'm going to start with this 49 in Market page that's kind of a mixed media style. Now, it's not the most neutral of all neutral papers ever to be made. There's definitely a shot of yellow. However, when you look at the sorts of supplies that I am drawn to, this feels very neutral for that, right? To just have one color, to have a lot of gray. And to be honest, in this collection that really focuses on kind of grays and craft tones, this is the one that stood out to me because it had some color. So we have some yellow mixed in there. And I'm going to start with the yellow, but then I want to build in more color. But I've got a complicated idea. And we're going to see what we can do. So I have this photo, which is a bend and snap, quite exciting moment here. So he's standing on Shaftesbury Avenue with a certificate because he passed with flying colors, got a distinction in this exam. And the thing I want to translate from that is for this exam, which I'll tell you more about later, he had to sing songs from 4 different shows. So he did a number each from Oliver, Wizard of Oz, Addams Family, and Billy Elliot. I'd kind of like to represent each of those things on the page somehow. But I don't have themed supplies for those. So like, it's not even like I can go to my beautiful collection of Letters to July show stickers, because don't you know, I don't have any of those shows in this stack. So this is not helping me. All those shows, and none of them are the 4 that I want to put on this page. So we're gonna find ways to do that. And I don't think it needs to be something super big. I think I could just find a way to add in some little motif from each of those 4 things. So obviously, Wizard of Oz gets a rainbow, right? I just add in a rainbow. That was what he's saying anyway. He's saying somewhere of the rainbow. For Oliver, he's saying consider yourself. So do I go for something like, do I try and find a hat? Like Dodger's top hat? Elaine says also you could do your yellow brick road stencil. That is an idea. Addams Family. What am I doing for Addams Family? He's saying What If, which is Pugsley's song about losing Wednesday. Like to her boyfriend, not like Wednesday's gone or anything. Just Wednesday has a boyfriend. So what do I do for Addams Family? A hand. What else can I think of? And then for Billy Elliot, what do I do for Billy Elliot? He's saying electricity. Okay, Leanne is also going to a hand. Okay. I had hands in the stickers for Box of Crayons, I believe. It's a lady's hand, but we could just be open to that. Oh, Amy says cut the top of a rose off. That's hilarious. Chantel says stripes for Addams Family and for Pugsley, yeah, because he wears stripes. Skulls, bats, ravens, just go like toward haunted house, Halloween type stuff. That's a good point. I've got a haunted house stencil too. Oh my goodness, could I do this all in stencils? I don't have a hat stencil. What kind of stencil could I put with Oliver? And then Billy Elliot, Electricity is the song that, if you've just seen the movie and not the musical, when Billy auditions for the Royal Ballet School and he goes to leave and his dad's at the door, and then the examiner calls him back and says, Billy, can you just describe how you feel when you dance? And he says, I can't really explain it. And then he goes on and on. So the song picks up there. So that's the song, and it's Electricity. Yeah. Oh, lightning bolts, of course. I have lightning bolts in my collections. Okay, so we do lightning bolts, rainbow / yellow bricks, stripes, haunted houses, hands. Okay, we need help on Oliver. Sarah says food. What collection would have like a top hat in it? Why have I never designed something with hats? Oh my goodness. I need a paper that's all different kinds of hats, specifically all different hats my child has worn on stage. But, let's make it so other people can use it too. But that's what I'll be using it for. Oh my goodness. What collections have hats? I feel like I've stumbled onto something here. Because I would buy a top hat paper if I'd ever seen a top hat paper. Would there be one in any sort of like Alice collection or something? Oh, Elaine's on the same track here. Let's look at the Alice collection. I wonder. Well, and even the Peter Pan collection, because the littlest darling boy, he wears a top hat with his pajamas, as we all want to. I mean, that little kid is my child, isn't he? Right. Alice collection is going to be... Are you with Disney themed or are you with Cartabella? Let's figure it out. Oh, I think I just thought. And I think I need to move this so I don't bend the paper. There we go. All right. Sorry, this is exciting, isn't it? Beautiful viewing. Me trying to come up with what we can find. Come on. Is that the Alice collection there? Yeah. Okay. Oh, pigeons from Sparkle City for Oliver. Okay. Pigeons feel London-y. Yeah. This is Alice themed, but I'm not seeing top hats. Sad times. That's a princess collection. Okay. All right. Sparkle City pigeons. I knew there was a reason I needed pigeon die cuts. Some people, because Sparkle City was a trade show release, so it had an in-person release. And some people were like, pigeons? Really? And I'm like, I'm telling you, city people need pigeon die cuts because they are part of our lives. And we were having discussions about historical pigeon facts just this morning in our house. I found more Alice papers, but none of them have top hats. Oh, I tell a lie. I found one, and one is all I need, isn't it? Hello, baby. Got ya. Okay, now don't drop all the paper as you put it back in the cupboard. Come here. Okay. That's all going here. Come on. Cooperate. Oh, sorry, the paper doesn't want to go the direction that I want it to go. And I don't want to bend anything. All right, got it. Okay, we found one top hat. Corey says, the Simple Story Disney Fantasyland collection had Mad Hatter embellishments. I know the one you mean. Okay, so this is obviously Alice-y because it's got the 10 and 6 on this side. But I think I can just cover that with something else, like a pigeon. So I think I'm going to cut that out, but I'm not going to do that yet. Oh, there's more to go on that shelf. Okay. Joy of choice. Hold on, shelf. There's more paper that needs to go there. Oh, I'm going to do it after because it's stressing me out. Okay. Tim Holtz stamps and dies have tons of top hats. I have none of that. Okay. Sarah is picking up from last live stream and saying the themed, not themed is a neurospicy pattern connection dream task. I know, like I could spend all day just going on side quests here. Okay, so I've done one. I've got a top hat. Lightning bolts. I'm going to my collections for lightning bolts. I feel like there's some in the sticker book. The sticker book has seen better days. Come with me on a scrapbook supply side quest. Or 2, or 3, or 4. WB is currently reading Harry Potter and the Year of Side Quests. Yeah, the last one. He's in the last book. Oh, there they are. Okay. And I have long called it this. I'm sure I didn't make it up. I found it. I saw it on a meme, and it just spoke to me. But I'd said it so many times that he was like, "Is that not the actual name of the book?" Because I handed him when he finished Half-Blood Prince, put that back on the shelf, got the next one, gave it to him, and he looked at it and he went, "This isn't the right book." I'm like, "Yeah, it is. It's Harry Potter and the Year of Side Quests." And he looked at me and he went, "It says Deathly Hallows." I'm like, "Yeah, that's the same book." Same book. But now he's about halfway through and he was like, "Oh yeah, I get it now. And I keep saying to him, "Are they camping yet?" And he keeps looking at me because they're not camping yet. And he just keeps looking at me like, why would they have time to go camping? And he has no idea. I think he's very close to it now. But he just keeps looking at me going, why would they go camping, Mommy? They would not go camping. This is like a serious book of serious things that have to be done. They're going to go camping, kiddo, I'm telling you. They're going camping. All right. Oh, see, do I want all the same stars or do I want different stars? I'm using stars. Dun, 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 dun. I tell you what else I need to mark down for the next collection, aside from a top hat, well, a range of hats papers. You know how I have like lots of things that say superhero? I need super fan. Don't scroll past bluebird stickers. I thought we were doing pigeons. What are we doing bluebirds for? Oh, because the bluebirds fly over the rainbow. Of course they do. I like this one. Where happy little bluebirds fly. He kept, when he first learned that song, he would forget what kind of birds they were, which was hilarious. Okay, this is too similar to that. I'll remember it's there, but I want different lightning bolts. Are those the only lightning bolts in here? I thought I had different, but okay. We'll go with that. Okay. We're getting there. Right. So we've got this lovely list. George is able to sit at her desk. She sent me a beautiful video of her crafting space. And I was like, I could totally work in that, no problem. Right, so somebody made me a master list here. Sarah did. Okay, rainbows and bluebirds, top hat with pigeons, haunted house and stripes, lightning bolt and ballet something. Or maybe just, I have things that say dance, so maybe we use something like that. Enamel lightning bolts in field trip. There are. You are correct. Come here, enamel shapes. Oh, I haven't done my speech yet. Should I just do it while I'm going through here? Hi, my name is Shimelle. I teach online scrapbooking classes. This is a real test of my brain to see if I can look for stuff and talk to you with that speech at the same time. Design scrapbooking products and help you use them to tell your stories in a creative way. It's not just my hobby, it is my job. Can you believe that this is somebody's job, looking for enamel lightning bolts? And that means anytime I scrapbook on the internet, it's considered advertising. So legally, I need to make sure you're aware of that. And I thank you for coming to watch my do it with your hands because my hands are busy. Hashtag advertising. I appreciate you, whether you are live and chatty or watch from Tomorrowland and quiet. Craft, don't craft, think about coming back to craft. All these things. By the way, that last one, thinking about coming back to craft. I see you out there. You people who every once in a while message me and say, I used to do this. You're still doing this. Do you think I should start doing this again? Yes! I think you should. I found them. So yeah, you can come back. We still glue paper to other bits of paper in an aesthetically pleasing manner. That's what we do. So yeah, if you need links to any of the stuff that I talk about, supplies that I'm using today, aside from this side quest journey that I'm going on to find all the random things, all the other stuff, that's all linked in the description box below. And we have, you'll find 2 lists of supplies. This is the June set. And then there's July that's already linked, because that way you can join, you can go ahead and order it or put it together with your own stuff now and have it ready to scrap with me in July. Yeah, cool. July's going to be very emotional scrapbooking. I'm just telling you now. I'm not ready. Second half of July, it's going to be emotional. All right. Woohoo! Lots of you live who aren't normally live, and that's exciting. And Aunt Caffeine has just finished her first ever layout with Head in the Clouds. Yay! And Naomi is excited to chat about pigeons. So shall I tell you the historical pigeon story that the Adhesive Avenger told me about this morning while I look for Sparkle City pigeons? Let's do that. This is a day that I really could have cupboard cameras, I tell you. So, the Adhesive Avenger says to me, have you ever learned about pigeon towers? And I vaguely know what a pigeon tower is, but no, I haven't ever learned about pigeon towers. He hadn't until recently. And kind of always thought that pigeon towers, they're always at really fancy places. So we both assumed pigeon towers were some sort of upper class rich person thing. But also assumed that they were the kind of pigeon establishment that you had because you wanted to send messages by pigeon. Yes, they were carrier pigeons. This is what we were on about. We were wrong, both of us. So pigeon towers, they were for the upper class. It was a status symbol to build a pigeon tower. Fancy. But they weren't for carrier pigeons. It's like a fancy version of a chicken hut. They were breeding them to eat. So, I did not know that. Adhesive Avenger, what's your source on that? Where did you learn about this? He just quoted his source as the internet. Well done. I did put him on the spot there. I didn't say I was going to do this. We were just talking about it this morning. So there we go. Somewhere on the internet, he learned that. Georgia has seen a pigeon tower in France in the woods. There you go. They were going to eat those pigeons. I never knew. I thought they were sending messages. And maybe they also got used for that, but no. Okay. I know we have some birds there, but I feel like, do we have, I'm trying to remember where in Sparkle City all the pigeons are. I feel like there were pigeons on one of the cut-aparts, but otherwise I'll go look at stickers. I have a lot more paper than I do embellishments from Sparkle City because it was a trade show release. The collections that released in person, I always ended up with more supplies from. Oh, Pugsley, yes? Okay. Because you have, well, until the last trade show I did, we had a whole pack of each paper, and some of them would disappear throughout the week because you would be giving them to buyers from shops and people from kit companies trying to plan stuff out. But whatever was left, aside from a couple master kind of example sheets that they would need to take to shops who don't come to the trade show, they were for me to take home and use, whereas all the other stuff I only get a couple. And no, I don't have reasons to smile yet. If I did, I would tell you, because that would be a big reason for me to smile. Hopefully, I mean, I could get it in person and cry, but I'm hoping no. I'm hoping that's not the deal. I'm thinking positively that it's all come out how I imagined in my mind. This is the most stressful part of the job because I don't get to see it in real life before it's in shops and stuff. So it's all like visualizing everything on a computer screen and hoping that it comes out in real life as much in just the same way, like that it looks like how it looked in my mind. Okay, so I've got the black and white stripes. I need Sparkle City stickers or die cuts in order to find pigeons. Here we go. Letters. Stickers. Oh. You're a very colorful pigeon. Oh, here's the real pigeons. Okay, pigeons, done. Where's my list? Oh my goodness, Kirsten's Reasons to Smile is coming tomorrow. I don't have mine yet. No. Georgia learned how they get the pigeons to go to the pigeon tower. Adhesive Avenger, did you read this part? They tie a pigeon to the pigeon tower to attract other pigeons. It's a trick. Imagine there's a squid on my head. It's a trap. That's what I'm telling you. Okay, where was my list that Sarah lovingly made me? Rainbows and bluebirds, top hats and pigeons, haunted house and stripes, lightning bolt and ballet slippers. Okay, so I need rainbow, haunted house, and something dancy. I think I've got the rest. Okay. Of all things, I can find a rainbow. I might even have that in the kit this month. Do I? Did I go a whole month or two without putting a rainbow in? What's wrong with me? That can't be true. I refuse to believe it. There's a rainbow notebook. Rainbow markers. But I kind of want just like an actual rainbow-shaped rainbow. My other papers, seagulls, rainbow stripes, but not an actual rainbow. Flowers. Do any of these have a rainbow? No. Seriously, did I break myself? Cameras, but no rainbows. Ice creams. Rainbow stripes, but not a rainbow-shaped rainbow. No, I really didn't put any rainbows in the kit. Right. Were there any on last month's thing here? No. A rainbow of ice creams, but not an actual rainbow-shaped rainbow. Okay, I got plenty of rainbow-shaped rainbows. Don't worry, we're gonna find that. Yes, Reasons to Smile is my new collection that's coming out, but I don't have it yet, so I can't show it to you. But it's up for pre-order. It should be arriving in stores any day. Joanna says, build a rainbow stamp. I got plenty of those. We can do that. I can stamp a rainbow. Speaking of, not stamp a rainbow, I haven't checked UK, but I saw somebody talking about the Netflix LeVar Burton Reading Rainbow thing is up in America. Is it up here too? I haven't looked, but I need to watch because Reading Rainbow is part of my life. I actually have a duplicate build a rainbow stamp. This is my rainbow position. Can I find the one that's actually open and used and stuff? Or I'm looking through different sizes of rainbow stamps right now. Which one would it be to make the page so happy? Okay. Oh, and the haunted stuff I can probably do too. It's kind of haunted. Don't worry, I'm not going to go with the cat and dog off there, but you probably can't see that. But like this might work here. It's worth pulling out. One day I have to use this. Okay, side quest of a side quest. Don't let me forget to use this one day. I even bought the die. It's a small world. This is what happens when Shimelle doesn't go to Disney for over a year. She has supplies going, you will use this because it's your favorite thing to scrapbook. Okay, rainbows. And then we're going to do like a sticker that says dance, which I've already pulled out. Okay, I think we can go. Okay, so my goal here is to add, I'm going to sneeze. Oh, no. Maybe, yes. Okay, sorry about that. All right. My goal is to add color here, and still using the supplies here, but to keep the feel of this background. So, and kind of, I want to do the songs kind of as a quadrant. So, I think I even have a haunted house stencil. Have I said that already? I feel like I have. Did I buy it or did I put it back? I remember considering it very much so. Okay, so I have a winter house stencil. Did I then tell myself you can't have a winter house stencil and a Halloween house stencil? I feel like I had that conversation with myself, and the Christmas one won. Which is silly. Because why not have Halloween? Okay, but while I'm here in the stencils, maybe I get the bricks out. We can have yellow bricks. Maybe. Where are you hiding? Lots of rainbow stencils. Here's the bricks. Yeah, no haunted houses. I made that up. They do one at scrapbook.com, but it would appear that I talked myself out of buying it. Silly old me. Yep. Okay. So I want to go in. We're going to have all sorts of insight into Shimelle's brain. I want them to go clockwise in the order in which he performed them, which means this is Oliver in this quadrant. This is Wizard of Oz in this quadrant. This is Addams Family, and this is Billy Elliot. Okay. So Oliver and Pigeons up here. Scissors. We're gonna cut out a top hat. So while I cut out things and arrange them, I can tell you, some of you will have heard this story because I shared it on his account. I can tell you why we took this picture and why the exam was a big deal. So bless his little becoming very responsible heart. He visited a couple secondary schools, so he has one more year of primary. But that means time to get serious about where you want to go to secondary school. And the school he would like most, it would help a great deal if he could get a scholarship. So we went and talked to them about music and drama scholarships and all that sort of stuff, right? And they told him we would ask that before you audition for a music scholarship that you have at least a BRSM grade 4. That's our minimum. Well, WB, because his schedule, I don't know if you've ever picked up on this, is a little bit busy. We hadn't worried about doing graded exams for his singing lessons. He does singing lessons and he was just singing and getting better, and we left it at that. But he then was like, okay, so I need to do that as a bare minimum. Okay. Trouble was, his voice teacher had never taught that particular exam syllabus. I had no experience with that syllabus, and indeed the school that he gets his lessons from had no experience with this syllabus. So it was all, let's do something that we've never done before. And we looked at the grade 4 thing to see, like, you know, are you around a grade 4 already? Where would you be if we had to put you in for something today? And it works by having a list of songs, and you choose from the repertoire, right? Hi, Sarah. So you have to choose 4 songs from these. There's 3 lists, and then you get a free choice. And he knew 4 songs that were on the grade 4 list. So we had this little chat, and he put forward his case for why he wanted to do this. And we all kind of shrugged our shoulders and went, well, let's go for it. Let's just brush up those 4 songs, get them running, put him straight in for the exam, and see what happens, because we have no idea how they mark this exam. Put a pigeon on a top hat. In a top hat. I'm thinking maybe I don't overlap them yet. Do this. Okay. Put him in, and then we'll use the grade 4 feedback as our learning curve, right? And we all kind of agreed to do it this way. He knew that we didn't really know what kind of standard they were looking for, how was this going to happen, because it was completely different for anything that anybody had done in our little circle. And we just said, you know what? Give it a shot. See what happens. So we were not expecting brilliant results, but we got brilliant results. So great. Really, really great. So they do them in like fail, pass, merit, blah, blah, blah. And so he got the top one, which is brilliant. And they don't hold back in offering you your feedback. The feedback is really detailed. So even though he did really well, it didn't just say like, good job. It gave him really specific stuff to work on. So he knows what to do going on, which is great. I'm going to get some spiced marmalade for my yellow brick road. Actually, that looks too orangey. Let's not do spiced marmalade. Oh, I just read the sheet wrong. It's wild honey. That makes more sense. Here we go. Yeah. Yeah. Brilliant, brilliant. Very exciting. So now he wants to do, he wants to see if he can do 2 more before it's time to sit the scholarship thing. So like 2 more grades in a year. So yeah, that's all we're gonna do. Oh, you're so kind, Corey. Oh, also, speaking of singing and stuff, the lovely lady who bumped into me at the theater this week. I can't find your account. I don't want to say your name in case you want to stay quiet. I don't want to like out you for where you are in case people don't know you're on holiday or whatever. Could you message me? Because I can't find your account and I wanted to say hello. But I can't find you because I'm silly. So if you could message me, that'd be great. It was lovely, lovely to run into you. And I hope that you have a wonderful trip. Yeah. Okay. I think that's probably enough to know that who you are if that's you. So yep, so that was really good, and he's already picked out his songs. Oh, that's pretty. Whoever said do the Yellow Brick Road, was that Elaine? You were right. Okay. Yeah, he's picked out his songs for next grade. On we go. This is gonna need color behind it. Should I do like the rainbow stripe paper even? I mean, that'll bring color. We also have these. Boop, boop, boop. Oh, the stripes are quite big. Does that still read as a rainbow? I think it kind of does. But then maybe I just need to bring it down into the blue a little bit so that I get the pink at the bottom too. So there we go. That's his news. Also, a very WB moment that you have to hear about. That was so funny. So he has like a dance recital coming up next month, and he had to bring in some like part of this costume to get it approved. And he's playing the Mad Hatter in this particular role. So of course, the teacher came out and said, Elliot, I'm sorry, WB tells me, I haven't done that in so long. Sorry. WB says that you might have the pieces to a Mad Hatter costume in your house. I might have the pieces to a Mad Hatter. I might have the pieces to a Mad Hatter costume in my house. I might be able to do that. So I sent him in with the piece. This includes the giant hat, because he has a small person's hat too. But we have the big Mad Hatter hat, yes, and that has more effect in a dance. So the big Mad Hatter hat, the spool with all of the threads, and a wool jacket, which, by the way, because that's the one thing I keep having to replace as he grows up, because he grows out of the jackets. So he's currently on a wool Stella McCartney secondhand jackets, and I got them both for a song. I could never justify the price of those things, but they're gorgeous. But 10 pounds secondhand, yes, I can. Anyway, so it's a wool coat. It's a wool military jacket. And so in the recital, he'll wear it for like 2 minutes, right? So no problem it being wool and stuff, because you're going to put it on, you're going to dance and not be thinking about how hot you are. You're going to come off stage and put on a different costume anyway. It's not going to matter. But in class, you're spending 90 minutes running the routine over and over and over and over again, right? I go to my class, I come to look in on like the last 10 minutes of class, and he's dancing full out in the wool jacket, and just like his face is the color of a beetroot. He's so hot. There's no ventilation in this studio. There's no fan, there's no aircon, there's no windows open. Because of course the studio he's ended up in that day is the room that has the least ventilation. And I saw the classroom assistant standing by the door, and I kind of mimed about the jacket, and she opens the door and she said, "We told him he could take it off. He says he won't because he's in character." And I'm like, of course he won't. This is my child. Why is this feeling skewy? I think, does it need to come over just a little bit? So those of you who have been around a while may remember the day that he did a High School Musical number outside, and it was in the middle of a heat wave here. So it was super duper 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 hot. And he didn't have to be in a costume. He just was supposed to be wearing his t-shirt, but he had a High School Musical like letter jacket, like varsity jacket. So he wanted to wear it, and the teacher had said, yeah. But then when it was a gazillion degrees, they were like, you don't have to do that. And the head of the school like comes over to him, because they were performing outside, and whispers, you don't need to wear the jacket. I don't want you to pass out. And he just looked at her and said, I can't take it off. It's part of the show. And so here we are, same child, still playing at the same game. Right, this one, how am I cutting this? What kind of shape? Oh, it's gone from sunshine to rain to sunshine to rain to sunshine, and now rain again today. Just chucking it down again. I'm thinking about die cutting it, that's all. Okay. Oh, okay. I know what I want to do with it, and I'm not going to keep my challenge here because there's going to be a little bit of tearing, but I like it in my mind, so I'm doing it. Okay, so I'm going to take this bit of paper, and I'm going to cut a pinked circle. Don't you have a stripe? Oh, you're right. There was a stripey. Oh, I used it. I used the stripey top sticker on the Taylor Swift Princess Day. Yeah, but I did have one. Amy's like, no, hold on. I can, just hear me out. I'm going to show you. So I'm going to die cut first. Corey says, I have to take her thrift shopping when she comes to the UK because I find the best things. So here's my secret. The best deals are on Vinted, not in the charity shops. And especially in my neighborhood, we got one of the designer charity shops. And once the designer one moved in, all of the non-designer ones put their prices up. So we do get good stuff in our local charity shops, but I have to be careful what I buy because it's easy to spend just as much as you would in a normal store. So, yeah. Okay, so here are my stripes. Yes, you could totally use a t-shirt die. I don't have one, or cut it into a t-shirt shape. But what I wanted to do was to ink it first. And then see how there's this kind of shape going in the pattern here? I want to follow that around and then just tear this bottom bit. So you could totally leave that off, but I want to. Leslie says all of this is good training if he ever wants to be on a Disney stage. Definitely. We had this conversation the other day because one of the kids he works with is quite tall for a child performer. So she'll grow out before she hits as old an age. And they were saying to her, but don't worry because over the scheme of life, these things start to balance out. So WB has more years in the height range of a child actor, but he probably won't be tall enough to play like a romantic lead when he's an adult, because he'd have to have a really short leading lady and she wouldn't be able to wear heels because he's gonna be small. And then he was kind of a little down about this conversation because of one part he particularly would like to play, and he's like, am I too short to play that part? I'm like, I don't think you'll be that too short for that part, but there's another part in that same show that you probably are too short for, but we'll see what happens because you could have a growth spurt. Nobody knows. Anyway, but he then felt a little better when he remembered, but Disney has characters and performers of all sizes. There's categories. So he thought this is probably a good thing. Right, so I'm going to put rainbows up in here. Haunted house stuff with that. Oh, and that. Okay, so I need a rainbow of ink here. Oh, Georgia says charity shops have rocketed up in price where she is too. Yeah. I mean, the money is going to charity, which on Vinted it's not. It's going to somebody's pocket. But I tend to find that a lot of people selling on Vinted, especially if you're looking at kid stuff, they're selling and then buying the next size up. And that's what I do with WB stuff. I list it and then spend whatever I've got back from that on the next size. So I buy all his Converse in a rainbow, because Disney Bounty, we love to have a rainbow of Converse trainers. Yes, we need our sneakers. And so I never pay full price for all of those. I buy them for a couple pounds on vented, and when he grows out of them, I list them and take the couple pounds that I get for them and buy them in the next size up. And then I've met different people throughout that process who are the same, and we now have a boy who buys his tap shoes as he grows out of them, which is fabulous, because if you've ever had to keep somebody in tap shoes, they cost far too much money. I mean, I know point shoes are also bonkers, because I remember from my youth, and trying to make your point shoes last is really strong. It's you shouldn't, like, it's not safe for you to do, and yet you do because it costs a lot of money. But tap shoes are the killer right now. But I did manage to get the last ones on sale. Sadly, any Dan's friends, the reason I've got a good deal is sad. Dancia, which is the independent shop on Drury Lane. This is not sticky. It's closing its doors, and so everything is discounted right now. Because the owners have run that store for like 35 years and they want to retire, which is wonderful, but also it's the only place that has all the different brands. So if you need to get fitted for something, it's the best place to go, because otherwise you're going to just Block, just Capezio, or just Leduca. And Capezio, I have opinions about you right now, because you have no lace-up tap shoes in kid size, which means there's no boys style. There's only the Mary Jane with the little bow on top, which boys aren't allowed to wear for the exam. And I don't know any studios that would allow that. There are plenty of girls who wear the lace-up ones, but I don't know. I think I know one boy who wears the quote-unquote girl one. I would just wish that Capezio would keep both for anybody who wants either. But to only have one style was frustrating. Anyway, yeah, so we have individual shops for Block, Capezio, and Leduca. But that's it. And it used to be that if you went to Dancia, then you could try all of the different ones at the same place and find out what's the best match for you. And that's what we're losing, which is a little bit sad. Okay, I got, which way do I want my rainbow to go? Do I want it inside red? Or how many layers do I have here? 2, 3, 4. So I'm going to use all of them. So I'll have 4. So yeah, I think I'll go like red on the biggest band. Yeah, outside red. I'm trying to decide. I just looked at some examples to see if I wanted like a realistic rainbow or like an artistic rainbow. Okay, so we got lumberjack plaid as my red up here. Oh, I don't know why I stuck this down. That was a poor choice. I hope I didn't just make a huge mess of that, because that stamp was not particularly stuck. Nope, it's okay. Fabulous. Autumn says Tom Cruise is 5'7" and Dustin Hoffman is 5'5". Tell WB he can kiss all the lovely girls he wants. You're hilarious. I think he might end up Dustin Hoffman size, but we'll see what happens. We don't know. So very funny. He does know, I don't know who he learned it from. He does know about the whole concept that short actors sometimes wear lifts in their shoes to be tall enough next to a leading lady. Oh, he learned about that and was like, but they're not like high heels, right? Because the reason I know he knows is because he was asking me for clarification. It's like, they're not like high heeled shoes. Because yeah, he just was like, no, but they make them taller. I'm like, yeah, they're more like a platform. It's inside. They still look like a normal shoe. They're not high heels. And he was just really, it was funny. Really funny. Yeah, don't worry. Right, hopefully this one won't fall. No, good. Joleen's Pitt State boy is 5'5" with shoes on. I had lots of Pitt State friends who were 5'5" boys. So there we go. And there's one friend from Pitt State who, like, when I look at my child growing up, I always wonder, because there's this thing about when they're little and have, like, he's a boy soprano now. So it's hard to imagine that he wouldn't be a tenor as an adult, so that he wouldn't keep a relatively high boy voice. Yeah. But one of my shortest male friends at Pitt State in the choir was the lowest voice of the entire choir. And he just, when his voice changed, it went super deep. And so when you, like, saw him from afar and then he would speak, you would be like, whoa! Where did that come from? So I tell myself sometimes that I have to remember he might not be a tenor. Who knows? All these things to happen yet. Who knows? Okay, so I like how this has ended up with the warmer colors here to mix in with the yellow. Which green? Like Twisted Citron? Because I feel like it needs to be more transparent, so not like Mowed Lawn, because then this wouldn't show through. Sarah's youngest boy did that. Just woke up one, and was it like almost overnight? That's the story that the friend told, was that, like, he didn't see it coming. Just all of a sudden, it went super low. Yeah, green. Cool. Whose rainbow builder was that? I have multiple ones. Oh, it doesn't say. I'm not sure. It just says basic. What does it say? Basic rainbow builder. I want to say that that's the one from Ink Road, but I could be wrong. Okay. I feel like that's where it's from. Yes. Ingrid Bergman had the opposite problem. She was very tall, and they needed to find taller men to play opposite her so that she wouldn't be towering over them. Yeah, he's not playing opposite Ingrid Bergman. Sarah says her boy's voice didn't even crack, just woke up one day super deep. Wow. That must, like, I had trouble adjusting to grown-up front teeth, so I'm going to have trouble if that happens. Did anybody else have that with their kids where, like, all of a sudden they went from, like, a baby teeth smile to big teeth smile, and you were like, oh, you look like a whole different person. Took me a little bit of getting used to. Okay, spooky stuff down here. Fancy stuff over here. It's 2:30. We're good. We're good. Right, so that one over there, I think. And color. I'm sitting here on the black and white one going, we're going to add black and white, but also color. Okay, Halloween stuff. Halloween. Who do I have Halloween from? I have a Bella Boulevard. No, that's Doodlebug is what I'm thinking. I'm saying Bella Boulevard, but I'm meaning Doodlebug. Let's have a look at the Doodlebug shelf. That stamp set has hearts too, yes. 2 big ones and 3 tiny ones. Hey, rainbows. But I love this. Whoever suggested stamping the rainbow, you were right. That looks great. Right. Halloween stuff. Camping. Bubble tea. I need to remember that because we get bubble tea like a lot now. And I'm obsessed. Black and white is for Addams Family. Yeah, he did What If, the Pugsley song. What if she never never tortures me. I don't know why I said notice. Never tortures me anymore. How would I manage? Okay, that might be too cutesy. But if that's all I got, we'll deal with it. Lots of people whose boys just woke up with deep voices. What? Auntie Caffeine says McDonald's has bubble tea. What country are you in? Remind me. Our McDonald's doesn't have bubble tea, but it does have a Biscoff which I can't tell from the thing if it has coffee in it or not, if it's just like a milkshake or if it's got coffee in it. On to caffeines in the States, and they have bubble tea at McDonald's. Wild. Here's more Halloween. Corey says the lime green would work. Oh, I was looking at the pattern paper going, the giant snake in the basement. And I'm looking here, I'm going, Corey, I can't see the basement on these. Like, they're sitting on the ground. What are you seeing that I'm not seeing? And then realizing, oh, you mean in the play. Of course, of course. What? There's a Grandma McFlurry. Amy, stop. A Grandma McFlurry. Please don't put Grandma in a McFlurry. What is a Grandma McFlurry? No. Don't put Grandma in a McFlurry. I can't handle this. What on earth is a Grandma McFlurry? Help. Oh, it's butterscotch. Because grandmas carry butterscotches in their pocket. I got it. Okay. My heart rate really went up there. I could not comprehend. We're learning all about Shimelle's brain over the last couple live streams, I tell you. Bugs in Paris. All right. Oh. For those of you who know that we do, well, that's kind of a mix of Japanese and Chinese food. Because Chinese takeaway comes in a box like that, but this is sushi. Anyway, I suddenly thought I have to use that with the all the photos I take of him eating noodles at the Japan Center in Marigame. Boy obsessed with noodles. Okay. Amy says, McDonald's even has a special pink cup for the Grandma McFlurry, but don't leave it empty. It'll end up full of sewing supplies. It's like the biscuit tin. Oh, no. All right. We're going to have a look at that option there. Halloween ephemera. Yeah. I'm gonna go to something like that next. My troublesome thing is that a lot of my Halloween stash is Disney Halloween stash. So that's why I was kind of, let's start with something that, even though it's cute, is not Disney themed. But I get, is there something Haunted Mansion-y in here? In the Frontierland. Oh, that's headstones. Ghosts. Do we think ghosts for Addams Family? Why did I think there'd be like a building? There's not. Where are the pigeons on the layout from? They're from my Sparkle City collection. Because everyone needs pigeon die cuts and apparently seagull die cuts. Yeah. The goat with the dynamite. Country bears. Can we not do faves and just put the E in there, please? Does that bother anybody else when faves gets written F-A-V instead of F-A-V-E? Okay, here's the ghosties. I think that works. But yeah, there's not a building. What does that one say? Please tell me what you see, madame. Okay, no building. Die cut packs. There we go. Corey's like, yes, the ancestors in the graveyard song from the Addams Family show. I am grateful for Corey's assistance here. Addams Family's never played here. I've never seen it live. Just heard the music. Okay. I kind of still want to do a house, but I want to see which, I think like the orange there. Okay. So I'm going to cut this out like a block. Yeah, the die cut packs for the different lands at Disneyland. They make it so obvious how the attractions in each land are kind of shoehorned. So you look at that and you're like, pirates, goats, graveyards. Yes, these things all go together. But they do in Frontierland. Okay. And a ghosty here. I feel like this is I'm making one of those pages that no one else will ever understand. So I'm glad you've gone on this quest of quests with me. It got sunny and now it's raining again. How many times is it going to change just while we're live here? Okay. But this is still not like I just put it on white paper. You could do this on white paper, but the extra layers are doing something here. So we're good. Addams Family corner. Oh, I had stickers to go here. There. Ah, you're right. The journaling will make it all make sense. It's true. Sarah is here for this kind of storytelling. Yay. Here's my happy little bluebird flying beyond the rainbow. Okay. Billy Elliot corner. It's eclectic. That's the word. I remember going through a phase where I used the word eclectic a lot because I was like, look, it can describe all the different things I like without, you know, sounding like I'm just all over the shop. But really, I'm kind of all over the shop. It's okay. Yes, I am using up random embellishments, but I'm not sure that I'm using enough of anything to say that it's actually like making a dent in my stash or anything, but that's okay. I wondered if any of the sentiments here would fit well in the side. So that's what I'm just looking through here. They're all very summer themed. I mean, I can't imagine why, seeing as they're from a collection with summer in the name. I can't wait to use this one, but it's not today. No bees in Billy Elliot. I mean, my brain just went, you could put another bird on this side. You could put a raven over here or something. And a canary over here for the mines. But that just feels a little too much. So no. Okay. What is it going to be, though? I don't really want to lose that swatchiness there and just replace it with different swatches. So not that. Okay. The lightning bolts under there. See you later, on to caffeine. So we'll bring that out that way. Oh, if I was doing Calvin Ball, Corey reckons I could get a lot of points going here. How many random things? I remember one time I did a month of like, use all your random motifs as an Instagram challenge. And this I could have just put in for many, many days. So same sort of idea. So many birds, one layout. Don't hugely love that placement there, but I'll deal. I know this is going to be confusing at some point that I have the word dance on a layout about a singing exam, but like Corey said, the journaling will make it make sense. Lightning bolts. Oh, Corey, he sang Electricity from Billy Elliot. So that's where the lightning bolts are coming in. Yeah. Electricity. The one thing I need to put in the journaling to make this all have a little more sense over time too, each of these songs were sung in a different accent. Because this was sung in Cockney, obviously. This is, Addams Family is like a quite middle American, and then he did Over the Rainbow in his natural accent rather than in an American. And Billy Elliot is Northern, and a friend from Leeds spoke all the lyrics out for him so he could learn it authentically. I was quite happy with that. So yeah, a lot of dialect work. Krista says, when was Sparkle City released? Hold on, let me see if it says something on the paper. 2018. Yep. I'm not sure if I like the pink one there because it's a very different pink. Let's try the red. Do I like the red more or double one of the colors that's there? Maybe I just double the yellow and blue because I like those best. How many collections have I designed so far? So Reasons to Smile is collection 14 with American Crafts. And then I had a small range with, Amy says not enough, thank you. Small ranges with Banana Frog back in the day and Two Peas in a Bucket. Banana Frog was just stamps. Two Peas in a Bucket was stamps and flair. And some printables. Oh, and I had a digi scrap line. I always forget that I did that. Yeah, I did that when we were backpacking. I had a digital scrapbook collection, but they were like products each week kind of thing. So that was wild. Right, now I want gold stars everywhere, but I think I decided I wanted these gold stars. Aw, Amy found a set of my 2-piece stamps just yesterday, hiding in the drawer. Yay. The real life stamps at 2Ps. Oh my goodness. They did very well. That was just hitting the right mark at the right time that time. Like, nope, this is what we want. There were so many products at the time that were relentlessly positive. And so to bring out something that wasn't just kind of hit what we needed. Okay, so where are all of these going? This one's going over here. Oh, maybe I do want the solid ones. I thought I didn't because I wanted these things to show through, but there's so many things to show through that I actually think the solid's going to be better. Hold up. Oh, Jordan didn't start scrapping until after 2 peas in a bucket. So it was around so long that it kind of feels wild that there are scrapbookers who never knew it. And here we're going to go ahead and cover up the Mad Hatter part of that hat. Maybe I bring in a couple different sizes here. Hold on. And Krista loved archivers as well. I got different sizes I can use here. Yes. These two look like they're stacked too much. So yeah, Glitter Girl was 2 peas. When did it end? Just after WB was born, so summer of 2014. Yeah, but Glitter Girl was 2 peas in a bucket, like the video series, not the paper collection. 4x6 Photo Love was for 2 peas in a bucket. And basically, 4x6 Photo Love paved the way for Glitter Girl. So 4x6 Photo Love was a series I did for 2 peas that came out once a month. And then because video content was really doing well and bringing a lot of new people, they opened to pitches for other video content. And I pitched the idea of Glitter Girl, which I did in costume, and said, you know, that it would have involvement with the message board and it would be weekly. And I kind of was just like, maybe they'll say, no, it has to be monthly, but I'll pitch weekly because maybe I'll get, you know, every 2 weeks or whatever. And they were like, no, we're game for that. And then I had to figure out, how do I make a video every week? But we got there. Oh yes, Hitchhiker's Guide. Hitchhiker's Guide to Scrapbooking and Glitter Girl's Scrapbook Survival Guide were both for 2 peas. Yeah, those were online classes. I also did an online class for 2 peas that was about using your printer, like printing on all sorts of random stuff. And I would just throw any old random thing through my printer and be like, okay. And it was kind of like the Will It Blend, but Will It Print? And then I got really excited by it, but most people were like, I don't like using my printer. This is not fun. So I let it go. Right, so I'm going to do 3 here, 2 here, 2 here. So I need 3 up here. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, so we can have this size here. And a little one. Yeah, I like it with the solid stars in the end. Okay, you can go back over there. Letters. Aww, Amy watched Glitter Girl with her preschool daughter, and she would come running when she heard the music and say, "Don't watch Glitter Girl without me." Aww. Okay, what am I titling this? I'm gonna do his generation's talk. Here we go. Things they say. I like catching things that he says and his friends say. I haven't done a layout with the no crumbs thing they say yet. I still have trouble with that one. Does anybody have kids who are in the ate and left no crumbs thing. It's so weird. Oh, Lizzie said she finds 49 in Market to get a bit too predictable, so this is helping be different. Oh, Amy, that's even one step further. Is that where it goes after the no crumbs and 8 is now, it's 4 plus 4? Oh, whoops, I can't spell. If you're good at something, you're 4 plus 4? Oh my goodness. You know he'll be a nerd and be like, too cute. Oh, Joanna just rewatched the Glitter Girl Survival Guide classes. Those are fun. Oh my goodness. She watched an Instagram video explaining it. Yay. Okay, so I can do 2 things here. I can just continue here and have it, or I could use a different lettering style and do that underneath. That feels more authentic to how he would say it. Smash that. That's totally his tone of voice. Smash that. But do I have something that could work? What about, can I do that in this sticker book from last month? I had another striped shirt. It's pink though. We're not doing pink for Pugsley. T-H-A-T. I can. Yeah, so for those of you who haven't watched an Instagram video to understand this young people's speech, here's your young people's guide to crumbs. So they'll just say the word 8, not the number, but apparently now the number, but before that it was just A-T-E. So like they would leave, if you posted something cool on your Instagram, or I guess TikTok if you're cooler, but he's too young for that. No, thank you. Anyway, on the app of your choice, you posted something cool, then people, your friends, would just leave comments that just said the word 8, A-T-E, sometimes in all caps, and then often with a full stop, which I was like, oh, we're using punctuation for our slang. That's kind of cool. So yeah, just 8. And I'm like, I don't get it. And then WB and his friends explained, it goes with no crumbs. And I'm like, what is no crumbs? Because my Gen X brain went to no scrubs. Apparently no crumbs and no scrubs. No, those have nothing to do with each other. They'll have me know. I now know. I'm educated. Oh, I don't like it. Dang it. You don't like it. Let me try again. So at least this paper, this cardstock is lovely, so I can try again. So the full expression was like whatever pronoun for whoever you're watching, that person. 8 and left no crumbs is like a way to say they did something amazingly. Like there is no room for improvement. They have no notes. Yes. But then they just kept shortening it. So originally they would say they ate and left no crumbs, and then it just went to either no crumbs or 8, full stop. And I was like, I don't get it. Oh, letter stamps to match the rainbow colors. I like that idea. Let's do that. This H is not surviving, by the way. So apparently Amy tells us it has now gone a step beyond that, and they'll do it mathematically. 4 plus 4. And Amy says, if I tell you that you ate it, my Gen X brain goes to, that was bad. Yeah, like, or also I was going like, eat my dust. That all these things that went between. Corey has also had the connection between no crumbs and no scrubs. I don't want no scrubs. I'm glad that we can bond over this. Maybe in the summer, I'll get him to do like a, tell us. Yeah, wipe out on a bike. That sounds right. Yes. All that in a bag of chips. I need to know, because I was still in America at the time of all that in a bag of chips. Did Britt say that? And when you said it, did you imagine you're at the chip shop? Or did you say all that in a bag of crisps? Because I'm definitely imagining the room temperature snack that comes in a sealed package, not what I get at the chip shop. But I didn't have that conundrum at the time because I didn't live here. So I would love to know how the Brits did it. Okay, letter stamps, same colors. How am I doing for time? We're good. I'm just about to finish. Okay, letters. Oh, I had some nice letters just here. Those are really big. I think these will work. What do you think? These were in a kit one day, and they're very similar to Vicky's. And then I wish I had a solid to fill them in, but I don't think I do. So I'm just gonna stamp them in color. Okay, so we had 4 colors in the rainbow, so I'm gonna do the same 4 colors. Which way do I want it to go? I feel like it should end on the red. Green on this side. Do we think so? Okay. Twisted citron. I'm cracking myself up. I'm looking on the desk for the clear block. It's clear, so of course I'm not looking at it. Is it under here? Yeah. Like I've already used it once. It's here. Oh. Okay, so I need to go in reverse order, and I wanted the red on this side. I don't try things on scraps. You can if you want. I'm going for it. I'm making Joanna nervous by just jumping in and stamping right on the page. But I do have to be careful that I spell the word correctly. Annalise loves the pigeons. All right, so we got the red. That was lumberjack plaid. Now we got carved pumpkin. Excuse the fact that I did not sketch this. Dun, dun, dun. What are we having for dinner tonight? Potatoes or carrots? Can you hear? The adhesive vendor just started cooking. But he's cooking for the boys, not me. I have to go to a very stressful meeting. Send all your positive vibes my way. Wild honey. Oh, you could hear the peeling. What were you peeling, Adhesive Avenger? Carrots for ragu. It's funny that you could identify the sound. It's okay. It is a stressful meeting, but it's my last of the stressful meetings. I know every once in a while I have alluded to the fact that, like in American terms, housing association, today is my last day. I hand over. It's our AGM, and it's my last day. So it's stressful, but then I'm done, and I can move on with my life, at least for a while, until it's my turn again. Sarah says have a margarita ready after. Did that not come with your dinner plans? Oh, but one of the other committee members did say, you know, if they don't finish all the wine that we put out, it would be a shame for it to go to waste. Which did make me laugh. All right. So we've got, for anybody who joined in late and were like, what is happening with this layout of randomness? So he's on Shaftesbury Avenue holding his certificate for singing for musical theater exam, which he smashed. And he had to sing 4 songs. He had to sing Consider Yourself from Oliver. So we have Pigeons and Dodger's Top Hat. Not Mad Hatter's Top Hat, Dodger's Top Hat. I feel like this side might get more confetti, but moving on. Then he sang Somewhere Over the Rainbow from Wizard of Oz. So we have yellow bricks and rainbows and bluebirds flying beyond the rainbow. Then he sang What If from Addams Family. So we have Pugsley's Stripes, a haunted house, and a ghost. And then lastly, he sang Electricity from Billy Elliot. So we have lightning bolts for the electricity bit and dance, because I don't have like themed picture stuff of dance, but I have things that say dance, so we're going with that. And then Vicky's letter is here. So I'm going to need to journal like all over it, and then probably throw more confetti on it once I've done it. But thank you for joining me on all the side quests today. And I don't know how much I really accomplished the goal that I'd put in the title, that I was adding color to a neutral paper. But there's just enough color here that it does feel color. So there we go. Oh, Sparkle City Secret coming out in the chat, because people were talking about Sparkle City since I used the pigeons, but it's an older 2018 collection, so you'll probably not find it physically. But people just bought it. Carista has just bought it from AC Digitals. So then you could print as many pigeons as you want. And Amy has just had the idea that she could make an entire page of pigeons. You could. Yeah. And then you can make your own pigeon tower if you're fancy enough. I don't know if you put a string around one of these pigeons if extra pigeons will show up. Depends on what your craft room's like. Right. Everybody have a great week. By the way, there are going to be extra videos this week. Both This Year's Story and Punches both have videos coming this week. But I'm just going to get through tonight's stressy meeting before I do all that scheduling, because to be honest, my brain has been pulled in many directions prepping for that, and I didn't want to make a mistake, because it's the sort of thing where I might put all the videos happening at the same time. And despite the fact that I can take my brain in many directions, I'm still only one person, so that's beyond even me. So thank you for bearing with me. I'll get that schedule up tomorrow when I am recovering. And have a great week. I'll be live here on YouTube Friday at 10 a.m. UK time. Have a great one. Thank you so much. If you enjoyed this video and you want to give it a thumbs up, it'd be super duper awesome. Thank you to the 45 of you who already have. Love you lots.